Welcome learners, I Dr. Saurabh Kumar Dikshit from Department of Tourism and Hotel Management, Northeastern University, Shillong, welcomes you to the module of Hospitality Marketing Mix. In this module, we will be deliberating on the marketing mix and its application to the hospitality marketing. After the completion of this session, the learner will be able to understand the marketing process. They will also be able to know about the marketing environment. The learner will be enlightened with the hospitality marketing mix. They will also be able to design the hospitality marketing mix for the hotel. The notion of hospitality marketing is established on the premises that the firm should ascertain the consumer wants and needs before creating products and services. This consumer orientation results in greater demand for the firm's products and services and higher level of customer satisfaction after the purchase. In hospitality industry, it is not uncommon to consider marketing and sales as a similar task. The successful hotel chain employ a good deal of market research to award themselves an advantage over their market rivals. Marketing departments are an important for hotels in laying a base to help consumers in selecting the property and subsequent decision to book a room for their stay. But for the successful hospitality marketing, marketers need to perform their task of identifying the consumer needs, designing a good product, and pricing, distributing, and promoting its products properly. The results will lead to the attractive products and satisfied customers. Marketing in hospitality has changed over the years, owing to the entry of the bigger corporates into the hospitality industry dominated by family-run businesses. Quick services restaurants such as McDonald's have changed the marketing game by establishing tens of thousands of restaurants all around the globe. The hotel industry has seen companies adding multiple brands in their hotel portfolio. For example, Marriott, Sherwood, Accor, and so on. The common accepted definition of marketing is the process through which companies develop value for the customers and the society. Now we are going to discuss about the marketing process. Marketing process usually starts with the stage of understanding the marketplace and understanding the customer needs and wants. So whenever any company intends to apply the marketing in its operation, so they need to first understand the products and services that are usually liked by the consumer. So based on the consumer's likings, based on the consumer needs and wants, they are supposed to design their product. So consumer identification of customer needs and wants is the first stage of the marketing process. It is followed by the designing the consumers driven marketing strategies. So based on the needs and wants of the consumers, the companies usually develop certain strategy so that they are able to fulfill the requirement of the consumers. Now the next stage of this marketing process is to construct an integrated marketing program that delivers the superior value to the consumers. Basically, in this stage, the companies usually develop certain products and make these products available to the consumers so that consumers may feel those products, they may experience those products. Based on that, the companies usually try to deliver them some kind of value in the form of the products and services. Now, the next stage is to build profitable relationships and create customer delight. So this is the fourth stage. During this stage, customers, on the basis of the experiences which they had with the products, they usually feel satisfied or delighted. So on the basis of that, customers are usually having some kind of positive development with the companies. They used to have some kind of good feeling with the companies. Then the last stage usually deals with the making customer loyal, making them to be the part of the company, and they used to refer the products of the company to other near and dears, to other peer members and to the colleagues. So basically they used to work as a customer equity, and they used to make the product, or they used to suggest the product to others. So that is the process for the marketing, and this is usually followed by the most of the companies, and it is equally applicable to the hospitality and tourism companies. Now we will be talking about the marketing environment. In marketing environment, we are going to talk about 5 different external factors which usually impacts the operations of the hotels and other hospitality related organizations. So basically the external environment, as we all know, that it cannot be controlled by the manager which are operating or who are operating from the firms. This external environment are basically economic environment. We will be talking about the first environment is the economic environment. This economic environment consists of those factors which affect the consumer's purchasing power and spending pattern, which is very important for any business organizations. Based on the purchasing power and based on the spending pattern, the sale of the goods and sales of the services is usually largely impacted. The hospitality and travel industry is heavily dependent on the disposable income available to their respective target market, and purchasing power parity, which is also called PPP in the common and the common measure used for this calculation is to compare income by means of US dollar and other exchange rates. Now we will be talking about the social environment. Social environment usually consists of the fluctuating trends in the population, that is usually depending on the demographics and cultural norms which are prevailing in the society. So the social environment is considered to be the most static external environment. That means it changes after a long duration of time. So the change usually takes place over a long period of time. In case of cultural norms, at times it takes hundreds of years to develop. For example, with the growth of population, a gradual shift from the rural to urban area is usually expected in certain regions. Now we are going to discuss about the technological environment, which is very pertinent for today's scenario. Technological environment comprises of the factors that alter the way in which consumers live in the society, and also the change in the production and delivery of goods and services from the place of their production to the place of their consumption. For example, both hospitality and travel industry have seen the different kind of steps which are taken in order to reserve the bookings, in order to make the bookings. Reservation systems are being introduced, property management systems are being used in different hotels. So basically they are helping a lot to both the consumers and to the organizations who are attracting different kind of consumers for their products and services. Now we will be talking about the political and legal environment. It is basically it is very important external environment where the administration, different kind of lobbyists and other gatherings usually engage in the creation and execution of the certain laws and guidelines which are usually impacting the hotels and their operations. For example, a hotel's ability to attract a specific section of target market is affected by the taxes levied by the governing body of that region. So through different kind of government legislations and other important regulations, so basically when they are impacting the business, so basically the organizations used to follow those guidelines, and they used to subsequently adopt those to for the betterment of the society, for the betterment of their business. Now another most important environment that we are going to talk, it is the competitive environment. Here we will be talking about different kind of different kind of relationship in between the buyers and sellers. Basically different scenarios are there, different kind. So in that we will be talking about 4 basic competitive structures. So the organizations needs to work in these kind of scenarios. So basically there are four competitive structures are usually found in the market. So they are the pure monopoly situation. Pure monopoly situation is like usually found when only one service provider is there and there are several buyers to purchase the products which are usually sold by that service provider. So in that case, like service provider has total freedom to sell whatever he wishes to sell. So basically that is called the pure monopoly situation. Then comes the oligopoly situation when there are a few service providers and multiple buyers. So in that case, like there are several service providers and there are number of buyers who are going to purchase the product which are prepared by this service provider. Then comes the monopolistic competition. In that case, multiple service providers and differentiated products they are going to offer, and the different kind of buyers will also be there in the market. Then the pure competition situation is also found. So multiple service providers and similar kind of products and multiple buyers are usually found. So now the next thing that we are going to talk about, it is about the hospitality marketing mix, which is the most important thing in doing marketing for any business organization. So basically if you are talking about the hospitality marketing mix, so in that case we usually see like in case of traditional marketing only 4 P's are there, whereas in case of service marketing we can see there are 7 P's. So 7 P's like price, promotion, physical evidence, people, product, process and place. These are the 7 P's which are usually found in case of hospitality marketing mix. Now we will be detailing into the different kind of P's which are found in the hospitality marketing mix. So first of all we will be talking about the price as a marketing mix. Price as a hospitality marketing mix. So price it is considered as a value of the product or the service. Whatever product or service that we are offering to the consumer, it has certain value associated to that. Product usually has like monetary as well as non-monetary value. For example, a non-monetary element of price are the convenience of the location and the time spent on deciding between the alternatives for specific products or services. So these things are also usually considered by the consumers before deciding any product. Ultimately, the perceived price or the price that the consumer is expecting for a certain product or services is usually also affecting the level of customer satisfaction. For example, if a consumer has to drive to a specific location to avail a product or service, then the value of product or service is sum total of the time spent, fuel consumed, tolls on highways and wear and tear on the vehicle. They also like impact the price or the value of the product. So these are certain things. Allowances are another things which are usually impact the price of certain products. So different hotels also offer different kind of discounts. So those discounts are also taken into account in deciding the price of certain products. And in addition to that, different kind of credit cards, they used to offer the facility for the installments to their holders, to their subscribers. So that is also another mode by which the price attract the consumers. Now we will be talking about the another important marketing mix, that is the place. Place element of the marketing mix comprises of the distribution and logistics involved in the production of a product or services and making it available to the final consumers. Basically, the factors associated with the cost of the resources of the lives of the consumers, raw material and real estate all play a significant role in determining the location of a wholesaling or manufacturing facility. The proximity of the final consumers almost completely decides the location of the retail establishments. For example, hotel may favor locations such as airport, urban centers and tourist attractions in order to be more accessible to their target market. The decision on place element are supported by many variables such as location, type of channel, uh, coverage area, and transportation, etc. At least in services, the distribution channels are kept short and same for the goods. The place element is dealt with the initial part of the strategic planning process. Its role is generally found in gradually diminishing over a service provider. No, nevertheless, the decision when taken significantly can result in long-term growth and profitability for any business organization. Now we will be talking about the very important part of the marketing mix, which is known as the product. Products are the tangible goods and combined services that accompany these specific goods altogether form a final product. So in case like if we are offering something to the consumer, so basically it usually comprises of both goods and services. A meal, suppose we are going to take a meal. So if we are going to take a meal in a restaurant, in that case meal includes the food items which is usually served in the restaurant, and it also includes the behavior of the host or hostesses and how the product is prepared by the waiters. So basically the entire experience is considered to be the product of that particular restaurant or of that particular outlet. So similarly, the price element which is associated with the product, that is also having some kind of impact on the overall feeling of that particular product. So balancing between the providing best product at a profitable price point is significant in determining the lifespan of a product or a service. Now another important thing that we are going to discuss in the marketing mix, it includes the promotion. Promotion element marketing mix is usually deal with the communication related with the marketing of a product or the services. So there are several ways by which the products are promoted. Basically, if we are seeing the promotion marketing mix, in that case advertising, personal selling, publicity and sales promotion are found very relevant. Basically, the most commonly associated promotional activity is considered to be the advertising, which is the paid form of presentation of the product to the mass media. Basically, mass communication is done by means of certain paid measures. So basically, by means of posters, by means of broadcasting, by means of mailing into house magazine, and by using different kind of advertising tactics to make that product to have the wider reach. So that is advertising. Another important promotional measure is the sales promotion, which includes the different kind of contests, different exhibitions, different demonstration, and different kind of event and festivals where this product is promoted. Basically, the consumers are made to be aware about these products. Another important way of doing a promotion is publicity. Publicity is different from advertising because it involves the unpaid form of marketing. Basically, in publicity, we are not going to pay anything for making the things, making the consumer aware about the product. So basically, publicity is considered to be the unpaid form of marketing. And personal selling, where the individuals usually, or the marketing people usually interact with the prospective consumers, and they usually make them to understand the features about the product, and they convince the potential consumers to feel the product. Now we will be talking about the features or the marketing mix, which is especially applicable for the hospitality and tourism trade. So there the most important factor which differentiate the marketing of the tourism and hospitality product from the general goods and services, that is the people. The people, basically the people element is very significant, as they are involved in both service production and delivery process. Both consumers and employees are necessary to be present in order to make the product consumed, in order to make the product to be consumed. So basically that is needed. That's why both the consumers and employees are required to be present. In service business or the hospitality business, in order to add value to the products and services, the experience of the services staff, the experience of the person who is going to deliver that product, that also play a vital role. So the employees at service firms plays a huge role in managing customer expectations. It is also to be noted that customers are more likely to be satisfied of their expectations are reasonable nature. This allows the firms to either meet, exceed, or match their expectations. During and after the induction of their employee, most of the hotel chains impart training on how to deal with the guest with the intention of ensuring the best service experience for the guest. Now, another very important feature of the marketing mix for the hospitality and tourism is the physical evidence. It is a tangible part of the service experience that is also intended to add value to the product. For example, a restaurant opts for the atmosphere associated with the cuisine it specializes in. Similarly, casinos of Las Vegas are much common to have ambience that encourage their guests to go ahead for more and more gambling. In the case of airlines, the division between the business class and economy class is quite evident in matter of the seats, the leg rooms, amenities, meals and other level of services offered in the waiting lounges as well. It is important for the consumers to feel at ease as well as appealing regarding products or services, and physical evidence does this purpose. Now another very important thing which is found in the hospitality and tourism marketing mix, that is called the process. Process usually considered as an element which is associated with the manner by which the service is delivered. The process involved the supply cycle, the payment policies, franchising policies, and employees training procedure. Basically, like entire experience of delivering a product that is covered under the process. Quick service restaurants such as McDonald's and Subways are having a standard kind of operating procedure, so that also creates some kind of impression in the mind of the consumers. Chain hotels such as Marriott and Hilton, they used to have some kind of standard operating procedure, so that is also usually found consistent, and whenever the guests visit to these hotels, they also expect similar kind of services, similar kind of processes. Similarly, in travel sector, airlines and vehicle rental services also tend to standardize their process to ensure the same uniformity in their customer experiences. Now we'll be talking about the composition and strategic analysis of the hospitality business. Once the hotel is clear about its mission and has stated its objective, it then needs to review its current portfolio of business and decide what to do with each business. Ideally, a hotel should demarcate different strategic business units. In short, they are called SBU. Each SBU have a distinct mission. Basically, there is a SBU in a hotel. They used to have certain mission, and those missions are usually accomplished by the help of the responsible manager. And every SBU or every strategic business unit, they used to work independently. And the different hotel units of a chain constitute independent SBU. Each SBU has to be evaluated for its profit potential. Normally, 4 different objectives can be pursued for the strategic business unit. So we'll be talking about now the different targets, different missions that usually are followed by the SBUs. The first is the hold. Basically, in that, to pursue the SBU market share. So usually the SBUs used to retain their market share, or they used to preserve their market share during the hold strategy. When the SBUs are following the build strategy, in that case it becomes appropriate or SBU with low market share but high growth of the market. Now the third market strategy is to harvest. It becomes useful if it is the short-term gain which are more important than the long-term benefit of the property. Now the next target is the divest. Here the objective is to sell or liquidate the business because resources can be better utilized elsewhere. So the hotels used to liquidate the resources that they are having and they used to use it to some other places. Now the next thing that we are going to discuss, it is about designing the marketing mix for the hotels. Now we will be applying the marketing mix strategy that we have studied into the hospitality organization. So after the identification of the objective of each strategic business unit, namely the hold, harvest, build or divest, it becomes the task of each functional department to plan how it can be achieved, how it can achieve the stated objectives. So basically, different departments of a particular organization, they contribute in the achievement of the overall objective and their objectives of their particular department. So for the marketing department, they also contribute in the achievement of the overall objective by designing the right mix of marketing activities to tap the target market segment in most creative manner. So basically the marketing department used to contribute in the achievement of the stated objective of the business by the help of developing the appropriate marketing mix. So there are several factors which are usually considered in developing the appropriate marketing mix. So these factors we are talking about in briefly now. So the first factor which is important in developing the marketing mix is the product. As we already talked about the product is anything that can be offered to a market for attention, acquisition, use of consumption that may satisfy a want or a need of the consumers. It usually includes physical objects, services, persons, places, organizations and ideas. So basically hospitality organizations are supposed to develop the appropriate products and services which satisfies the need of the consumers which are there in the market. If the objective of the SBU is to hold, then it has to be decided that modifications in the product or services are required to enable the SBU to maintain its position in the market. In hotel industry, place or distribution is of prime importance to decide the location of a hotel. It is on this decision that the future of the hotel depends. Some hotels prefer to be located in the heart of the town, whereas others decide to be little away to be from town to maintain the different kind of isolation and to offer the tranquility to the customers. For any kind of goods and services, pricing is also very important. Too low pricing might cast suspicion on the quality. Too high price may also not attract many clientele. So the organization need to make the most appropriate kind of pricing. So for deciding the appropriate pricing, the organizations needs to do the proper scanning of the available product in the market, and pricing policy also has to determine different kind of discounts which can be offered to the consumer. So different discounts which are usually found, they are the cash discount, quantity discounts, discounts to the trade channels members, different kind of seasonal discounts and special promotional discounts are also very prevalent in the hospitality industry. So these things are also usually applied, these things are usually found, these things are usually equally applicable in developing the marketing plans by the marketers. So marketing is not only called for developing good product and deciding appropriate pricing, but it has to communicate its product and other services with the help of different kind of promotional measures. So most of the hotels used to use different kind of promotional tactics to make the consumers aware about their products. So basically, in the promotional measures, advertising is the most readily understood form of promotion. It is a paid form of non-personal promotion of the products. So in that, like in case of star category hotels, basically they used to have different kind of broadcast ads in print media and video media, visual media, and they used to promote their products by means of visual media and print media. Sales promotion is like a short form of incentive to encourage purchase or sales of the products and services. Different kind of contests, different kind of exhibitions and demonstrations are usually organized, or hotels or organizations, they used to be part of such events to promote the products that they are having. Now we are talking about another important form of publicity, important form of promotion, that is called the publicity. So publicity is usually considered to be the non-paid form of promoting of the product. Basically, the different public relation department used to inform different kind of organization about their activities. So on the basis of the information, usually certain TV channels, certain radio programs and magazines, they used to offer the information about their offerings, about the detail of about the product that the hotel is making. Now we will be talking about the personal selling. So in personal selling, different kind of interaction is usually organized in between the hotel marketing people and the potential customers. So basically, during this interaction, the marketing people used to make the potential customer aware about the products and services that the hotel is offering, so that they may make them to purchase it at later stage. When we are talking about the star category hotel, so in that case we are assured that quality product will be offered. So because of that, star category hotels usually use different kind of promotional tools such as promote personal selling, publicity measures, sales promotion and advertising techniques for making their product within the reach of the consumers. The major chunk of business in hotels comes from the corporate clients. That's why personal selling assumes prime significance in case of the promotional tactics that the hotel usually adopt. It is the task of the marketing staff of a hotel to identify and tap new corporate clients. It enables the marketing executives to clearly understand the specific needs and wants that the corporate clients usually have, and accordingly they used to develop the products, and if they are having certain products, they used to make the adjustment in those products to make the product more appropriate for the corporate clients. So dear learners, let us now sum up what we have learned during this session. So in this session, we have discussed about the steps of marketing process. After that, we have covered the external environment. We have discussed about the external environment. So in that, we have talked about 5 external environment, that they were economic environment, social environment, technological environment, political and legal environment, and competitive environment. After that, we have discussed about the 7 P's of hospitality marketing mix, where we have talked about price, place, product, promotion, people, physical evidence, and process. Finally, we discussed about the key considerations in designing the effective marketing mix for the hospitality organization. I hope the present module will enable the learner to understand the hospitality marketing mix clearly and apply it effectively in the hotel organization and hospitality marketing. Thank you.